Welcome everyone from PKSP Ground 1 where the excitement is set to unfold. It's Boshundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League powered by Ace. The sun is out, the stage is set, and the first match promises to be a cracker of a contest. As Dhaka Indians takes on Sporty, stay tuned as LMS Cricket is ready to take off. The second over in progress. Dhaka Indians are 15 for none. Jihad Al Mahin has bowled back to back wides in this over. That has cost 4 runs thus far. A lazy shot from Mohit. It was on the shorter side, was looking to drag it into the onside, but not much effort behind that shot. Well bowled this time around, has found the right channel. Does Jihad Al Mahin didn't have the brightest of starts, but now he is finding the right zone to bowl at and has bowled the last couple of deliveries really well. Once again, eyeing for those stumps. 5 runs from this Mahin over. After 2, it's 16 for none. It's a bright and sunny day here at PKSP Ground 1. The sun is beating down. There is a bit of breeze as well, as it's winter at Bangladesh and ideal conditions for a game of cricket. Change of bowling. It's MD Monir Hossain who comes for his first over. Just getting his field right, stationing the fielders at the right positions. There will be runs for Mohit. Initially, they were thinking of a couple, but then again, they settled down with a single. MD Monir started the proceedings from outside the off stump. He would love to bring the ball back in. He's got the ability to do so. That's straight down the ground, but there is a fielder, and he does really well to stop the ball. It's Jihad Al Mahin once again. Number 90 on his back. Reminds every Bangladeshi a very popular name. The cutter master Mustafizur Rahman. Edged away. There is a fielder at deep third, so that shouldn't be a problem for MD Monir Hussain. Once again, he concedes a single. So 3 back-to-back singles from this Monir Hussain over. Not a bad start though. No boundaries this far, and Dhaka Indians, they are eyeing for a boundary because 11 runs from the first over and now 8 as the third over approaching. Krishna was looking to hit it hard, but once again finds Jihad Al Mahin at long on. Not getting the timing right on that occasion. Played it very early, hence didn't get the meaty part of the bat. Whew. The ball just whistles past the willow as the third over comes to a close. After 3, it's 20 for none. Hit away straight down the throat of Long Off, who takes a sitter. As the first blood has been drawn by Jihad Al Mahin, it's Krishna Jha who succumbs. Dhaka Indians lose their first. It's 20 for 1. Shariful Alam at number 3. Straight away gets off the mark, just clips it away off the pads. Eyeing for the second run as well, and they should get that easily. This is very good piece of running between the wickets. The calling was very swift, and the response was even better. Last man stands. It's the biggest platform for the amateur cricketers to come under one umbrella and play a different format of game. It commenced back in 2005 in England, and now LMS is played over 20 countries. Some unique rules have been introduced as well. We'll talk about that as the game progresses. Played square of the wicket. In front of square, that can also be said. Just for a single though. But Jihad Al Mahin, you just can't keep out of the game. He's everywhere. He's at fielding, he's taking wickets. Once again, bowling at that corridor of uncertainty. That 6 to 8 meter length, which is really puzzling the batters whether to go to the front foot or to rock back. But it's a good comeback. Didn't have a very good start, did Mahin. But has picked up a wicket in his second over. Conceded 5 runs only. After 4, it's 25 for 1. Pulled away in front of square. MD Monir Hussain won't be much happy with this length. He was pitching it up, but this time around he dragged the length slightly back. Would love to pitch it up once again. He does pitch it up. He bowled a very good first over. Only 4 runs. And the length was also very tight. Fuller, stump to stump was the line. The batters didn't have much opportunity to free their arms and take runs against him. Off the pads, will trickle away to the fence. Leg by signal comes from Mushfiq Nital. A welcome boundary for Dhaka Indians. They were really striving for that. After the first over, There was no boundaries before this, and the pressure was on the batters to break free, and eventually some luck in favor of Dhaka Indians as Shariful Islam gets it off the pads and the ball speeds through the rope. Well bowled, a very good comeback. A hint of movement from Monir Hussain. Was talking about his capacity of moving the ball either way. He's more used to in moving the ball into the right hander, but this time around it goes the other way. Once again, almost a similar delivery. The length was slightly different though. 5 gone, it's 31 for 1. And for the first time in this match, you will be hearing the voice of Prantur Tionoy.
Thank you, Alif, for welcoming me in. First match of the day, Dhaka Indians and Sporty. A good start by the Indians, 5 overs 31 for the loss of the wicket. After that, trying to build a partnership in between Mohit and Shariful Islam, where sporty bowlers are trying to grab another wicket or two. A kind of slugging action high up in the air. Will it be taken? No. Got past the boundary line for a 6, a massive one. Picks it up well and hits it out of the ground for a 6. The first one of the day. What a welcome by Mohit with a sixer. Arman with the ball, and finally I guess he gets his line and length right, a bit on the spot, just moving away a bit, getting a hint of swing. It's very minimal, but I guess he can use it for a better cause. That's the one. A quick single and the throw directly onto the stump. Brilliant keeping from behind the wicket, and it's a second blow for Dhaka Indians. Lost a crucial one and an untimely wicket for the Dhaka Indians, but Sporty will definitely feel a bit relaxed. Arman Haider started his journey in this over with a 6, conceded, but after that he's trying to get back in rhythm, and following that it's a good way to choke the batter at first, and then from behind the wicket it's a top-notch throw. 38 for 2, Dhaka Indians. Off the mark immediately after that wicket. It's a bit untimely one. Just kisses the pad, I guess, and it's going to the boundary line. Very much unfortunate for the bowler. So the 6th one down, it's 43 for 2, Dhaka Indians. And here's the bowling card with only a wicket for Jihad Al Mahin and another one through a run out. Coming round the wicket, trying to create the channel, and with the angle, Hassan Khan conceded 11 in the first over. Will definitely try to come back with at least a wicket. Hassan Khan. But you must say, an eventful first 6 overs so far in this last man stands Bangladesh. It's a super Saturday. The first match starts a bit late. We might see an over or two curtail later in the second innings. As you all know, 3 matches coming up, including this. Oh, thick edge. Another unfortunate boundary conceded by Hassan Khan and by Sporty, but Dhaka Indians will grab this boundary. Just an inside edge, flying over to that deep third. 1 run away from that 50 runs mark, Dhaka Indians. Shariful Islam and Jithin Krishnan, 2 unbeaten batters in the crease, trying to steady the ship. Brilliantly bowled. Absolutely brilliant by Hassan Khan. He has been creating the angle, coming around the wicket, forcing the batter to guess where the ball will move. Another beautifully bowled delivery. Coming back for the second run. High risk at the stake, but eventually done well by these 2 batters. 50 runs crossed. It's 51 for 2 after 7, Dhaka Indians. Change in bowling. Spin straight away. HM Faiz Murshid with his off spin. In front of Shariful Islam. Flighted. First up for only a single. Dhaka Indians going well. Not too many risks been taken. Going with the flow. Having some runs in the board will definitely ease the pressure like this. So another run. 2 runs? No? Yes? No call? A bit confused. But finally hold back their excitement. They don't need to worry that much. They've got a good total on board. Having lost 2 wickets, it can easily be said that They could go lethal from here after 10 or at the last phase of this innings. Tried so hard down the leg. Wide signal by Mushfiq, the umpire. As I was talking about, they could go lethal in the last few overs. I think last 6 or 7 overs they should target. And before that, I guess, they can go with the flow, having some runs with those singles, doubles, a few boundaries. And those wides will definitely help them in their cause. 2 wides on a row. Nearly another one. Nearly another one by H.M. Faiz Murshid, but did well to end this over with a dot. It's 57 for 2 after 8. A half tracker plays it so well, fielded very well, and it's kind of run out chance created by the fielder and the bowler himself. But I guess they have kept themselves safe. But hats off to the fielding by Sporty. They have been so sporty so far. Agile in the field. Again wide outside off. Struck well for another single. I was talking about their fielding, their effort. A good catch already been taken at long off. Another good fielding. Brilliantly fielded. And this sort of efforts will definitely help your cause of restricting your opponent within a gettable total. And noticeably, all the bowlers trying to come round the wicket, all the right arm bowlers, before the right hand batters, it's been their strategy. They've been trying to come round the wicket, trying to create that angle to confuse the batter, to deceive them. Way outside off, perfectly bowled. He exactly knew where the batter stood and from where he would like to hit that ball away from his body. No foot movement. So a cunning stunt by him. A huge appeal. Yes, and the umpire signaled that it just brushed the thigh pad or the jersey, I guess. So the 9th over's done and dusted. It's 63 for 2, Dhaka Indians. And here's the batting card. 24 for Mohit. 16 for Shariful Islam, still there, with 14 runs from 10 by Jitin Krishnan. So far so good by Dhaka Indians. At this rate, the score could be gone up to 140. Slide appeal, spin, pace from different end has been so much economical by Sporty bowlers. Plays it so well, so well. Jitin Krishnan with a jack of the bat, punished that ball towards that boundary. It was on the slot and he swept it so well. Again flighted, coming down the track, and here's the revenge taken by HM Faiz Morshid. Jitin Krishnan got stumped. Another untimely dismissal for Dhaka Indians. It's 67 for 3. Flattered, very much flattered by HM Faiz Morshid. No room offered to the new batter Mohammad Habibur, but yet a single will definitely boost up his confidence, will remove the butterfly around the stomach. Single to start the proceedings. Plays it well, unorthodox, going to the boundary line at the very last moment. Just pulled it away. Well fielded, and that's been their key point so far. Sporty, they are very good in fielding. Another over, 10 gone. At the half stage, Dhaka Indians standing on 70 for the loss of 3 wickets, and from here Alif will guide you through the next 5.
Thank you so much, Prantor. After 10, it's 70 for 3, and the end has been changed as well. Dhaka Indians are cruising along. They just lost the wicket of their skipper, Jitin Krishnan. Who just started to be fluent, but perished. That's in the gap, and will be a boundary. Just timing on the occasion. Didn't try to hit the ball too hard. Just timed it, used the pace of Jihad Al Mahin, and Habibur Rahman Deepu fetches a boundary. A great start to this over. And Mahin will be under the pump. Habibur Rahman Deepu just lets it go, looking to be a little circumspect. He knows he's got a boundary in the very first ball of this over, so there is no reason of taking unnecessary risk. He can go with the singles now. He does so, just pushes it down the ground and changes the end. It's a very good track to bat on. Even in the last week, runs were flowing for all the sides who batted well. So the batters have to keep their nerves and bat sensibly. Wow, that was a rip snorter. This guy's slower delivery, change of length as well. The batter was completely puzzled. This guy knows how to make the comeback. Jihad Al Mahin started this over after conceding a boundary, but now he's made a very strong comeback. 6 runs from this over. After 11, it's 76 for 3. Once again, that tandem is back. Monir Hussain and Jihad Al Mahin were bowling in tandem. And now Monir is back for his second spell. Conceded only 6 from the first 2. This is exemplary stuff from this right-handed seamer. That's well played, but we'll find the fielder. Shoaiful Islam is almost going to run a ball. Perhaps he will step into the gas, waiting for the right moment, I reckon. Just trying to reconstruct this innings as much as possible after the fall of that Jitin Krishnan's wicket. There was a plan of taking the second run as well, but the fielder was agile. He sent the ball really quickly back to the bowler. That's cut in the gap. The fielder has to hurry, and he does well once again. The fielding has been up to the mark from Sporty. The fielders are athletic, they're swift enough, and they're covering the gaps so quickly. The batters haven't really had much luxury of squeezing the fielders and picking up those extra runs. Four singles on the trot from this Monir Hussain over. He won't be much unhappy about that. He's bowling well at the right zones. That's whacked away in the gap as well. Couple of bounces before it reaches to the rope. This boundary spoils the whole over. 8 runs from it. After 12, it's 84 for 3. HM Foyz Morshid, the experienced campaigner, is back into the attack, has picked up a wicket as well. He's playing last man stands for a long, long time. He would love to use all his experience and pick up another breakthrough. Oh, play and a miss. The batter was looking for a wild hike, but absolutely nothing on it. Habibur Rahman Deepu is looking to get some move on. Pace off. Just worked away into the onside for a single. So Forrest Morshid is someone who is really tough to be hit away because he bowls with a very slow pace and it's deceptive for the batters to go hard against him. Swung away leg side. Oops, oops. This is ominous. This is not you expect from a fielder at any level. There wasn't much pace behind the ball as well, but the fielder makes a complete hash of it. 4 fortunate runs for Shoriful Islam. He'll accept it gleefully though, but the bowler HM Forrest Morshid won't be happy about it. The first boundary of this voice over, which shouldn't have been a boundary. Despite that, this over ends well. Only 5 runs. After 13, it's 89 for 3. Well, the 4th wicket falls down. Dhaka Indians lose their 4th. And MD Ashraful Islam has got a wicket in the very first ball he delivered. He'll be over the moon, but Dhaka Indians should be dejected as they lose their 4th wicket. It's 89 for 4. So the fall of the fourth wicket brings Saleh Mohi into the middle. The first left-handed batter from this Dhaka Indian side of this match. So they'll have a left-hand right-hand combination, and the skipper will have to be busy to shuffle his fielders after every single. Bowls are wide, and that's the challenge for the bowler as well, because when you have left-hand right-hand combination, you need to adjust the line after every single. So the last wicket fell, the batter was a right-handed batter. So a perfect delivery, which is in line for a right-handed batter, becomes a wide for a lefty. So that's the adjustment a bowler needs to make. And in amateur cricket, sometimes it's difficult for the bowlers. Neatly played away from the fielder. Thus, they're running for the second. They have to run hard, and they do it quite easily. Dhaka Indians has been good in terms of running between the wickets. There has been a very good communication among the players. The batters are responding the calls from their partners. Kept a tad bit low. Ashraful Islam not the fastest of the bowlers, so it's always risky to be aggressive against them. Wrapped on the pads. The keeper was interested. The bowler showed his interest later on, but no response from the umpire, Mushfiq Nital. Two umpires, Sophie heading the game, Mushfiq Nital and Omar Farooq Russell. Once again, appeal. Once again, no response. A single has been picked up through leg byes. 14 gone, 95 for 4. Dhaka Indians. HM Fawaz Morshid comes back and he keeps giving trouble to the batters. He came from round the wicket against Saleh Mohi, the lefty, and bowled a very good armour as well. Saleh Mohi just tucks it away and changes the end. But it's been a great display of bowling from HM Fawaz Morshid. 19 runs for a wicket. This single makes it 20 though. But this is stingy bowling. He was frugal. And the figure could be way better if no misfielding had taken place. There was a sloppy miss by a fielder that leaked 4 extra runs. 3 in fact, otherwise that could be a single. That's cut. Should be stopped. It is. All these live pictures are coming to you from PKSP Ground 1. You are watching Basuntara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League, powered by Ace and sponsored by T Sports. Was looking to lap it away and the finger goes up. HM Foy's Morshed gets his second wicket. And the said batter, he perishes. Dhaka Indians lose their fifth, and they seem to be in deep trouble now. It's 98 for 5. Mahmudul Modin Shohag comes out to bat at number 7, and the 15th over gets completed. After 15, it's 99 for 5 as HM Foy's Morshed completes his full quota of 4 overs. And it's the time for the change in combox as well. For the next exciting 5 overs, you will have the exciting voice of Prantor Dashonai.
Thank you, Olive, for letting me in for the final 5. The slog is about to start. Should be a great opportunity for both the teams. For Sporty to hang around with another 2 to 3 wickets, and for the Indians, for the Dhaka Indians, it's a high chance to boom up their current run rate. For posting a commanding total, picks it up so well, high up in the air, fielder underneath it, but he will only be the spectator who just watched the ball sailing over that boundary line. A brilliant shot. From where did it come? A brilliant pickup. Ensured that 6. Static. It's wide. Outside off. I think they have become a bit tired of building up a partnership, but don't forget that there's another settled batter at the other end who can just beam up this score to a commanding one. Clears his front leg for a shot, but just couldn't time it properly because of that change in pace. A brilliant spell of bowling from Mohammad Ashraful Alam, though conceded an over boundary, but it may happen. It may happen in T20 cricket, in shorter version of cricket like this, the 100 balls. Again trying to clear his front foot, but just can't get it right. Well, still, after conceding a 6, you may call it a successful one. Only 7 runs in this over. At that moment where the batters just try to go big. Don't worry about anything that comes in front of them with some difficulties, but it's that time of the innings where the batters will go brutal, will go lethal, and in front of them, you need courage. You need courage, tactics, patience, skills, everything to bowl and to pass this 4 to 5 overs sting to finish up well. 16 gone, 107 for 5, just 20 balls left. So in these 20 balls, you can expect some fireworks. Just started. Couple of bounces. Just aside of our commentary box, we have just witnessed a lucky boundary by the batter. Started off the first ball of the previous over with a banger with a 6, and now with the help of luck just got that boundary. Nelson on board, wide outside off, as slow as possible, kept the batter thinking. Tick tick twice, tick tick thrice, and finally deceived the batter. Brilliantly bowled by Jihad Al Mahin. Good left arm bowling, high up in the air. Fielder coming, it will be a tough one. Yes, it is. Just a bounce. Severely wanted that second run at the other end. But finally a good call up. 1-1-2 for 5. They're pretty much in a good position to finish this score up to 150. And now Mahmudul Mutin Shohag struggling a bit, not letting his feet onto the line of the ball, and of not playing that, he's severely struggling to hit those for boundaries and over boundaries. Connects it well, finds the gap. Is he? No. Just those couple of runs been taken. Finally, couple of runs for Shohag. 17 gone, 114 for 5, Dhaka Indians. And you can see the projected scores at this rate: 135 and 6, 8, 10 per over, 132 to 144. It may take Dhaka Indians up to that. Eighteenth over starting. Picks it up well again, but I guess it's up in the air straight, but missed it. Made a mess of it, the fielder at the long off. Not that much easy this sort of catches, but you need to take those when it comes for the most informed batter of your opponent. Sweeps it well, but not well enough. Straight onto the hand of the fielder at the square leg. So finally hard work pays off. And it is the most commanding batter, Mahin, goes for 16. 6-1 down for Dhaka Indians, 114 for 6. They have been losing wickets untimely. Whenever a partnership grows, they lose a wicket. They lose that momentum. And that haunts them from getting a commanding total. Newman comes in. It will be a tough job for both of them because at the other end, Shohag struggling a bit, as I mentioned. And now for a new batter, coming a bit fresh. So tough for him to strike from the first ball. Yes, it is. And at the other end, Ashraful Alam has been bowling so well just outside off, creating that angle from that over the wicket end for the right-hander. And he has been ensured by this fielder, by this fielding setup, who has been so much fluent, aggressive. High in the air. The bowler calls it and has taken so well. Is it a wicket? Yes. A brilliant catch, a brilliant catch. Everything is happening down there. And Dhaka Indians losing their 7th one. Nothing to offer. Nothing to offer by the batter except going big. But that costed a wicket. Well, it's 7th down now. And it means Mahmudul Mutin Shohag will be standing as the last man. So here is the meaning of the last man stands, where the last man of your team can bat single-handedly by not taking any single, any triples, only doubles and boundaries can be scored by him. Very much interesting one from this format, from this last man stands. 18 gone, 116 for 7, and here's the wicket tally. The bowlers have done so well, especially Mohammad Ashraful Alam with those 3 wickets. Just those 2 overs left in this match, in this innings, I should say. And from here, 116, it now seems a bit tough to reach to that 140 or 150 runs mark. So that's the excitement of this format. You can still survive with your last man, but not in this style. Not in this style. You can't take that single. You can't risk your wicket and your team for this last wicket. Either you need to go big or you need to find a way of taking a double. Is there any way? Is there any way? A bit fumble. Finally allows him to take that double run. Very lucky, Mahmudul Shohag. I guess this concept allows your team to bat till the very end onto the block hole. Brilliantly bowled. What a spell of bowling from Monir Hussain. Dead straight, no rooms offered. And that's how you exactly would like to bowl in these last moments, especially the 19th and the 20th overs. Tries to go big. Change in pace. Monir Hussain playing with the mind of the batter, letting him to think once, twice, thrice. That much pace he generated as less as possible. Unorthodox. Oh, and yes, that's the boundary Shohag looking for. Finally a boundary. Just broke the shackles a bit. Score goes to 1-3 for 7 after 19. Dhaka Indians. The last over now left for Sohag. Final 5 balls. So this is the ultimate chance to propel this total to at least 140 or at least 130 plus. It will be a commandable one. Last over. Who could be it except Ashraful Alam? Dancing down the track, high up in the air. Catch? No, no. Boundary? No. Nothing happened there. And at the same time, no runs been taken by Sohag. It could have been an easy chance of taking at least a couple of runs. But he kept looking onto the ball, looking to the fielder, and missed that chance of taking a double. Not a right decision by Sohag. Now he has missed this ball. So 2 dots instead of at least 2 runs. Rise up the pressure a bit. I guess it would be nice if Sohag could play pressureless. Just focusing onto those doubles only. Again, just walks off a bit from his ground, but couldn't time it. 3 dots. Ashraful Alam showing his class. Why 3 wickets under his name? It can be seen now. Change in pace with some sheer pace also. He is in everywhere. Mahmudul Mutin Sohag. Helmet off. What is waiting for us? Bouncer? No. It's on the slot. Again up in the air. 2 fielders converging. Yes, it has been taken finally. 4-4 for Mohammad Ashraful Alam. He ends up his spell by taking 4 wickets for only 14 runs, and that closes the innings of Dhaka Indians for only 1-2-3. So the Sporty needs 1-4 to win this match. Within 100 deliveries, it won't be an easy task because scores like this always exposed a bit uncertainty around. And that can be expected in this match also. Dhaka Indians bundled out for 123 at the very second last ball of the 20th over. And throws a target in front of Sporty of 124. We'll be taking a short break and will come with the run chase by Sporty. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, everyone, with the run chase of the first game of the day. It's Sporty versus Dhaka Indians. Dhaka Indians has posted a total of 123, which means Sporty will have to score 124 if they want to wrap up with the victory. It's Hasib Mullah and HM Faiz Morshid are the opening batters, and it's going to be Rahul Singh with the first over. Starts off with a wide delivery down the leg side, and he has to re-bowl that. There's a different rule in LMS cricket. The first wide of an over will be deemed as the regular wide. The bowler has to re-bowl that, but if you bowl more than one wide, then it will be counted as a legal delivery and 3 runs will be penalized. On the pads, Hasib Mullah just tucks it around the corner and picks up a single. It's a good ploy from Sporty. They're having a left-hand right-hand combination which they didn't have in the last match. Perhaps it's an attempt to distract the line of the bowler as the seamers struggle a little. Initially, that's down the leg, tickled away for a boundary. Ill-directed. He apologized to the skipper as well, did Rahul Singh. It was sliding down the leg side, easy pickings for someone like HM Faiz Morshid. He just helped the ball on its way and fetched the first boundary of this innings. Edged away. It will race away to the boundary as well. The deep third fielder was in a squarish position. A thickish outside edge will take any ball to the fence from that region. And this has happened in this case as well. 2 and 2 for HM Faiz Morshid. 10 runs already. Sporty are off to a flyer, and Rahul Singh is yet to find his right channel to bowl at. Oh, first blood! Straight back to the bowler. Cotton bowled a tame dismissal. A lawful toss. HM Faiz Morshid could hit this one anywhere in the ground, but he hits it straight back to the bowler. And Rahul Singh has taken a very good catch. It was popping out of his hand. He fumbled once, but in the second attempt, he grabbed it. And the experienced HM Faiz Morshid has to depart. Sporty lose their first. It's 10 for 1. The fall of the first wicket brings Arif Moon at number 3 into the middle. Straight away he gets off the mark, plays it late, guides it towards deep third, and picks up a single to complete the first over. An eventful one, couple of boundaries and a wicket for Rahul Singh. It's 1-1 for 1 after 1. Mahmutul Motin Shohag for the next over. And once again, just like his partner Rahul Singh, he starts off with a wide, and the batters, they pick up a couple. A bit of fumble from the keeper allows the batters to pick up this. And when you are defending a low total, you have to be careful about this kind of misses. You can't afford to make this kind of mistakes. Come on. Be prompt, be agile, and support the bowlers. Good comeback from Shohag. He also has that slingy action, which is quite conducive to take the ball away from the right-hander. He eyed for that as well in the first delivery, but that went too wide. Once again, good bowling. This is the line he should be eyeing for. Going too wide outside the off stump won't be a wise take. He is a vastly experienced bowler. He knows how to make comeback, and he has shown his capacity as well. Tucks it away. Will be straight to the fielder for a single. .124 is not a substantial total in this pitch, which is absolutely a belter. Runs were flowing in the last week as well. The batters received much assistance. So the bowlers have to be really tight. They have to squeeze the batters to prevent those singles and boundaries. Edged, but not much power behind that edge. It's not a scorching turf. We have seen the quick shots to be stopped at the edge of the boundary. So the batters need to apply that force behind that shot. You can't always just rely on timing. That's cracked, but straight to the fielder to complete the second over after 2 at 17 for 1. That's flipped away off the pads in the cap. Thus, there is an opportunity for the second run, and they come back quite easily.
আমাদের ছবি তুলুন না কেন?
Once again, a wide from Rahul Singh. This has been a problem for him. He's giving wides. Started off with a wide in the very first over that he delivered. Once again, a wide in his second over. This is the third one. No, no, no. He has to get rid of this. In LMS, the second wide of any over, except the last one, will cost 3 runs. Thus the score becomes 24 for 1. Pitched up. The batter was looking for an expensive drive, but absolutely no bat on it. The ball just whistles past the bat. Driven, but slightly edgy. Went to backward of square. But this left hand right hand combination is really bothering the bowlers. The extras, the wides, these are the evidences that the bowlers are really finding it difficult to fix their line and bowl stump to stump. 3 gone, it's 28 for 1. Sporty. It was sliding down the leg. Too much swing from Mahmudul Mutin Shohag as he's coming from round the wicket and has a slingy action against the left-hander. So due to that natural action, the ball will go down the leg, will move into the left-hander. That one moved way too much. Fortunately, not a wide. That's drilled down the ground, powered down the ground for a boundary, straight as an arrow. No chance for the fielders to stop that. Completely in the gap. And a shot of power and authority. Short, pulled, fielder underneath, takes the catch! That's a screamer! Absolutely a brilliant catch from the fielder. And Mahmudul Mutin Shohag gets his revenge. He conceded a boundary in the very last delivery. He banged it short. The batter, his eyes lit up to pull the ball. However, he found the fielder at deep mid-wicket and perishes. Sporty lose their second. Dhaka Indians are trying to have a great command in this game. It's 33 for 2. The fall of the second wicket brings Arman Haider in the middle. He and Hasib Molla, they will be eyeing to reconstruct the innings. Well bowled once again, a peach of a delivery from Mahmudul Mutin Shohag. The ball is nibbling around and he is using that advantage absolutely perfectly. Pitching the ball up and then moving it further away from the right-handed batter. That's well played. An artful shot, but this will only earn a single. An auspicious over from the perspective of Dhaka Indians. A wicket from it. After 4, it's 34 for 2. Habibur Rahman Deepu has been introduced for his first over, and he starts really well. Bowls an outswinger. Not much pacey, but the ball moved sharply. The batter was a little surprised, perhaps, seeing that. Oops, leading edge. In fact, it was between a top edge and a leading edge. The batters are really quick between the wickets. Converted the single to a double. A bit of nonchalance from the fielder as well. He could do better. Should have been more proactive. Once again, going away from the batter's body. A stylish guy, that can be said, with the long hairs in back. Habibur Rahman Deepu. I'm not quite sure what Arman Haider is trying to do. He's trying to poke at the deliveries which are shaping away from the right-hander. So if he somehow picks up an edge, that will be his end. He needs to understand that. He hasn't succeeded in pursuit of that shot. Once again, Deepu bowls an outswinger. The batter misses. A very productive over from Deepu. Only a couple. After 5, Sporty at 36 for 2, and there will be a change of voice. For the next 5 overs, you will be hearing the voice of Prantur Dashonoy.
Yes, a transition both in the ground and in the com box as Alif just handed me over the responsibility of just blowing this innings in a flow so that a much excitement can be seen, can be heard through our voices, and definitely through the cricket played by these two teams in the Super Saturday's first match, Sporty and Dhaka Indians. Rightfully, you can expect a bit fireworks for the day because 2 more games gearing up in front of you. Crucial week going on for the teams. Not that much target has been given by Dhaka Indians in front of Sporty. It's only 124, but it can be made a bit tricky. Few critical moments can be given also by the bowlers of Dhaka Indians, as you know that Dhaka Indians bowling has been so good in this tournament. They have some wicket taking bowlers. and they are very much experienced of tackling this sort of totals to defend. Shariful coming round the wicket with some sort of medium pace or some sort of pace and spin in between. So it's fine enough to make the batter confused. 6 gone, it's 41 for 2. And here's the card, 1 wicket each for Rahul and Shohag. 4 bowlers have been used. So 4 bowlers in the 6 over sting. First ball of the 7th. Only a single. You have to admire today's weather. It's a sunny weather. The sun is shining so hard, but with a cool breeze around, and that breeze basically allows the bowler to mix up with some variations, change in pace, sometimes getting a small amount of movement also for that wind. So it kind of a cool breezy morning, cool breezy Saturday morning. A beautiful ground here at PKSP. We are at ground 1 for this LMS match. A perfect setup for the whole day excitement here at PKSP. In the meantime, Deepu maintaining a good line and length, choking the batters, squeezing the runs, and creating a gentle pressure so far. Coming round the wicket, and look at that bodyline bowling from Deepu, targeting the body of the batters, not giving so much rooms for those big shots, and most importantly, not bowling fuller. This has been a key so far by Deepu and others. They're not allowing the batters to free their arms, and look at that good length to back of a length. No chance except taking those singles to keep the strike rotating. 7 gone, it's 44 for 2, Sporty. Shariful Islam continues. Well, 45 for 2 now, 79 requires from 65 deliveries. Shariful Islam coming round the wicket, also forcing the left-hand batters to go big by not letting so much room. But as you know that they are able to creating that pressure so often, and look at that, The batters tend to do something unorthodox, something unconventional or different to score big, and that scoreboard pressure is mounting up. Oh, bit of low, bit of wide, that cadre of uncertainty provided by Shariful Islam. Cunning bowling from Shariful. Couple of wides, except that so far so good for Shariful Islam. Flicked it away. Is there anyone? Not to catch, but only for fielding the ball. So it's kind of a tick-tock try by Arman Haider. Brilliantly bowled. Unfortunate for the bowler. But fielded well by his fellow teammate. Eight down. It's 52 for 2, yes. Look at that shape by Deepu. I was just talking about that cool breeze, just waving around the ground, letting the bowlers to find a bit of swing, and that exactly happened by Deepu. Bowled it so well, executed so well, I must say. You need to have that control, you need to have that direction right to bowl those in-swingers, out-swingers. Coming in. I was talking about the control. Just lost that. Habibur Rahman Deepu coming round the wicket. Whenever you tend to come around the wicket, you need to adjust your line and length with a good trick, with such control. Low full toss. Driven nicely, but they are not getting those boundaries and over boundaries so often. In the last over, I just said that tick-tock flick, just a hint of flick from the batter, Arman Haider. Ticked that ball towards that mid-wicket, but still could not find that way out of a boundary. And at the other end, look at that. Deepu, along with the others, maintaining good channel, maintaining a good control over their in-swingers and out-swingers. And except having that wide conceded, Deepu maintaining a good economy rate. Economical spell so far. And the entire team, the entire bowling squad have been doing so well. Up in the air, uncontrolled pull, lucky enough to get that dropped before the fielder. So another 2 runs been taken. So now I guess Dhaka Indians would love to squeeze those singles and doubles also to impose a bit more pressure. Too much to ask, I guess. Yes, with that liabilities, I think Deepu lost his track with a wide in the last over. So 9 gone, 60 for 2. Sporty. Four batters in the meantime. Among them, 3 batters go for those double figures, but yet not that much productive innings in terms of strike rate. Hasif Mullah 21 from 19 and Arman Haidar 17 from 18, trying to match up with that required strike rate from here, as we are near around the half stage of this innings. 9 overs done and dusted, 60 runs on board. So you can say you are satisfied so far, but you need to finish the game. You can't wait till the very end. Underedge, a lucky underedge. Results in a boundary. And Sporty, I guess, sportingly will take anything and everything they can get from those under edges, inside edges. You often says that luck favors the brave, but I guess sometimes luck also favors the settled braves who are settled down there. Not that much risk you need to take. And look at that. After that boundary, a sensible single been taken. So there's the differences. I think the Braves, from the very beginning, designed the stage for them, set the stage for them from the very beginning and ride their luck. But the settled Brave, at first I guess, settled a bit and then try their luck out. At the same time, your opponent bowlers need to spread their hands of assistance with those wides, with those extra deliveries. Huge appeal, but I guess it's coming from the willow. No signal from the umpire. Yes, it's from the bat. They're trying to play a bit square so far. Both of them, Hasib Mullah and Arman Haidar. They're playing cross-batted. They're playing with their cross feet. And whenever they're coming cross of their feet, whether they are just being deceived by the bowlers who are maintaining proper line and length with that proper channels with stump to stump, or they just lose their balance to hit it big. So it's not helping the cause so much. Again, shuffles a bit to play the shot, but sometimes it may pay off, and finally it paid off for Arman Haidar with that boundary. Shuffled across and picked that ball with that square drive, and I was mentioning that they are targeting that square of the wicket to fetch out runs, and finally it came. 10 gone at the half stage. It's 72 for 2, Sporty. And right at this moment, you'll find the voice you need to carry through the next 5. It's Alif with the mic.
Thank you so much, Pranthor. After 10, it's 72 for 2 Sporty, and the skipper of Dhaka Indians, Jitin Krishnan, has decided to take the white cherry in his hand. Sporty need 51 from 50 deliveries, which should be a cakewalk for them. But they have to bat sensibly. They can't really think that, okay, we have won the match. They can't really get complacent. Any sign of complacency can be suicidal. Jitin Krishna not succeeding with his regular bowlers. Thus, he decided to take the ball, and this was a very well bowled delivery. A quicker, the batter played it late, and the ball wasn't even near the bat. Hasib Mullah and Arman Haider has formed a very solid partnership between them. They lost 2 wickets very quickly, but it's a very good fight back from these two middle order batters. Clipped in the cap, one bounce to the boundary. Arman Haider decides to cut loose. Well, he shuffled across a little, not much, a very little. And as Jitin was bowling quicker, he decided to use the pace of Jitin. A very good wrist work, a wrist flick, and the placement was even better. Edged away. Will that race away to the fence? Good fielding. Very good fielding from the fielder. Saved the boundary with his left leg. Since it's amateur cricket, sometimes it may seem difficult for the fielders to get down very quickly and collect the ball. As a result, they stop the ball with their feet. Anyways, 8 runs from this Jitin Krishnan over. After 11, it's 80 for 2. Saleh Mohi has taken the ball for the first time. That's clipped away. Running towards the fence, and yes! Slowly trickles to the rope. The fielder was running from a long way back, covered a lot of ground, but in the end, it all went in vain. Saleh Mohi has been greeted with a boundary. Hasib Mullah is 33 from 25, and his team needs 40 out of 44, so he can relax, he can play with a lot of confidence. But in the meantime, that one gone through everything. The batter, the keeper, the fielder as well. 4 leg byes for Hasib Mullah. 2 in 2, and Saleh Mohi is not having a good over. 8 runs already from the first couple of deliveries. He will be under the cosh. He's trying to be too acrobatic, looking to bang the ball hard. He's not a bowler who can hit the deck hard, but he's trying to do so and failing on that mission. Driven on the up, away from the fielder, but this time around the boundary will be prevented. "35 runs from 42 should be a meat and drink for a team like Sporty. Yet again, they shouldn't be complacent. They can't really think that the game is entirely in their pocket. They have to fight, they have to earn those runs, and have to ensure the victory. Down the leg, and helped on its way For a moment, I thought the fielder Deepu will be able to cut this one off, but no. The ball had enough power to beat the fielder. An expensive over from Saleh Mohi comes to a close 13 runs from it. After 12, it's 93 for 2. And this is how the bowling card looks like. The skipper Chitin Krishnan keeps him in bowling. That's wide. And the batters take an extra run as well due to the mistake of the keeper. Nothing is going Dhaka Indians' favor right now. Sporty are certainly bossing the game. And as it seems like the game has slipped out of the hands of Dhaka Indians. Arman Haidar and Hasib Mullah. They would love to finish things off, but I'm skeptical whether it will be possible because in LMS you need to take the mandatory retirement after hitting your 50. So if both of them hit their 50, then two new batters will be invited to the middle. That's in the gap, but not hit with a lot of power. Just a mere push for a single. But this has been a superb display of batting by these two batters. They were sensible, bit of aggression as well, just like this. And they have got the flurry of runs. 100 comes up for Sporty with this boundary as Hasib Mullah gets to his 40s. Not the most convincing looking stroke, but he will accept whatever come his way. Tucked. He will retain the strike for the next over. Jitin Krishnan continues to be expensive. After 13, it's 101 for 2. Mahmudul Mutin Shohak comes back for his second spell. Wrapped on the pads was a vociferous appeal, but the umpire wasn't really interested. Perhaps it was sliding down the leg as he was coming from round the wicket against the left-hander. For a bowler who has a slingy action, it's a natural trait. The ball will move into the lefty. And in this occasion, the ball moved way too much. In the gap, but can't really beat that fielder. It's always a difficult task for the fielders in last man stands to cover the whole ground, as only 6 fielders can be stationed at both the sides, as it is an 8-a-side game. Shohag was looking to bang it short. Arman Haider couldn't really take the full toll of it. He hits it in front of square and picks up a single, but he could easily pull the ball through mid-wicket for a couple at least. Down the leg and a wide called. So this has been the problem when a bowler bowls from round the wicket against a lefty with the slingy action. There is a possibility so that the ball goes down the leg, and this has transpired for Shohag. Once again, the second wide of this over, and this will cost 3 runs. It's a unique rule of last man stands. 3 runs are given in exchange of the more than 1 wides in a particular over. 17 to get for Sporty. The single makes it 16. Well, this is a couple, not a single. The fielder was really languishing, and the batters were artful enough to make this single into a couple. So 14 gone, it's 109 for 2, Sporty. The skipper Jitin Krishnan with his third over. That's hit hard but straight to the fielder. Arman Haider was eyeing for a boundary perhaps. Only 14 runs to get from the last 29. Unless any miracle happens, this should be a walk in the park for Sporty. That's nailed down the ground. The fielder somehow manages to stop the ball with his feet, but a couple picked up by the batters. And that's a 50 for Hasib Mullah. A very well compiled innings, which deserves a lot of commendation, and is receiving that from his teammates as well. This is a unique rule of last man stands, that if a batter hits a 50, he needs to take the retirement, and the new batter will have to replace him. He can bat later on if the other batters are dismissed. Mohammad Monir Hossain is the new batter in, who replaces the batter who's hit a 50. He's had a very bright day with the ball in hand. Would love to replicate that with a bat in hand as well. And as I said, he's played a stellar of a shot. Dragged it from outside off and sends it out of the boundary for 4 runs. Makes the equation much more easier for Sporty. 8 runs to get for them. Edged away but will be safe. No fielder around the ball. And that will reach the boundary as well. The fielder has given up. No effort shown. I don't know what was the case, but the fielder wasn't even enthusiastic to stop the ball. He just let it go. Back-to-back boundaries for Monir Hossain, and only 4 runs to get for his side. He swings it, gets it in the gap, and hits the winning runs. He finishes things off in some style. It's a very good day at office for Monir Hussain. Wickets with the ball in hand, runs with the bat in hand, the finishing touch, and he batted with the rate of 400. 3 boundaries on the trot to take his team on the victory lap. As the first game of the day of Bosundhara Sports City Last Man Stands Dhaka League powered by Ace comes to a close, Sporty win the game by 6 wickets against Dhaka Indians. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching. We will be right back with the live podcast of the second match. Till then, stay with us, stay safe.